Hello, welcome to the Red Table Model Reviews channel. Today I wanted to show you the Alpina B12 by Automobile. It is a resin 1/18th scale model. It is based on the BMW 7 Series E38 generation. I would say this is the E38 is one of the most beautiful sedans, and I think definitely the most beautiful sedan of the 90s. Automobile really did justice to this magnificent design by BMW. The shape of the model is really marvelous. It has a lot of details outside. Also, because it is a resin model, of course it is sealed, nothing opens, but the fact that it is made from resin allowed it to have really a lot of nice details and nice touches. Like, for example, you can see it on the trunk. You have this shape going upwards. You have really good looking front of the car with really nice front grille, and the headlights. I know that there were some problems in the other Otto models with the front headlights. Here everything is looking really nice. You even have the front splitter with an Alpina badging, so that does look very good. As I said, Alpina wheels, they are really looking staggering on this model. And what is a absolutely fantastic detail, I don't know if I can catch it on the camera, but the Alpina logo on the rims and also on the steering wheel. It is, you can even see it with a magnifying glass. The detail on this logo is really mind-blowing. So you have also the Alpina stripes along all body. Actually, I was pretty afraid when I first saw this model in summer 2020 on internet photos that they might be uneven, and then it will spoil the looks of the whole model. But actually it is pretty well made. I would say that there is they are slightly crooked on the passenger side on my model, but it is really minor, and you won't see it for example when it's standing in a showcase, so not a big deal there. When we go to the interior is in similar high quality Otto fashion. You wouldn't expect anything else from them. There are some minor drawbacks, like for example the center console between the front seats. It is a little bit, I would say, two-dimensional. There is like only decal over it, so it might be done better, might have been done better. The biggest drawback, I would say, are the indicator switches. I think they are really clunky. They are also, I have no idea why they made it in this light beige color, which is inaccurate. They should be black as well. They have a black steering wheel, black upper dash, but for some reason they did the indicator switches in the seat colors, which, as I said, is inaccurate, and they look even clunkier than they are in reality. Apart from that, as usual in Otto models, we don't have floor carpeting, but there are some floor mats, and it really looks nice. Yeah, and I don't know if you were able to see that, but also the side and armrest on the doors is pretty nicely done and accurate. Yeah. But as long as we're here, you can see around the windows there are black stripes. I would say that probably they replicate the ceiling around the windows. This actually is, in my opinion, a little bit too thick. Also, you can see the residue of the glue here. I know that this is not only a problem of my model, it is pretty common on those Alpinas. So when you will be buying some second-hand, please make sure that you ask about those glue residues, because they will be really hard to get rid of, because any chemical that you might use, it might also affect the windows, and the foil that is used on automobiles is very fragile. So I would say that those were two biggest drawbacks. There is also one more thing, but that I noticed. But if you already own this model, maybe you didn't realize it, so maybe let's not spoil anyone's experience of owning this model. So maybe you want to skip that part. But I noticed, and unfortunately this is not only the case of my model, all the photos that I've seen also have this flaw. So when you look at the front wheel passenger side, you can see that it is the clearance between the wheel arch and the wheel on this side is a little bit smaller than on this side. When you look at the driver's side, everything looks peachy. They are even. So actually the model all the time looks like it would be like the wheels are turning a little bit to the inside. This is not a big issue, but especially that, you know, most of the models, if you collect not only resins but die-cast, they have the wheels that are turning, so they are usually a little bit loose. But actually this is not the case when we're talking about Otto models. But yeah, it's, as I said, you don't see it when it's in the showcase, so not that much of a deal. And yeah, apart from that, the model really looks fantastic. Also, judging by that the competition from the other brands is really low, because the e38 is made only by Otto, as far as I know, Otto models, and the KK scale. And the KK scale 730 is definitely lower quality. So and the previous releases of the e38 by Automobile, their value went through the roof. So my suggestion would be, if you're hesitating, buy this model anyway. You know, if you wouldn't like it, and honestly I don't think this will be the case, but if you don't like it, you know, just hold on to it for a few months or a year, and I'm sure you will be able to sell it with either for the same price or even make money on it. So there is also, I do not own the previous releases, so it's hard for me to comment on that. I've heard from some fellow collectors that own the previous releases, and those are extended wheelbase, so 750 IL, that when you put them aside, both of them, they are pretty much the same length. So that there is something wrong with proportions in either old releases or with this Alpina. As I said, hard for me to judge because I have only this e38, but from the looks of it here, everything looks fine. So just be aware of it if you already own one of the previous Otto 7 Series releases, that you know, there might be something off with either of them. But generally, as I said, I highly recommend this model. Okay, thank you very much. Please comment how you like this model, how you like my review. What do you think? Will you consider buying it or not? And yeah, see you next time. Thank you.